All right, the global setup on your screen, as you can see, taking a little bit of a hit on the back of renewed tariff wars. We're also joined this morning by my colleague Shailendra Bhatnagar, Chief Analyst and Editor Markets, as well as Sharad Avasthi, Head of Research, PCG Smiths. Thanks for joining us, both of you. Asia, at least, has maintained its gains and remains intact. Let's take a look at what the Nifty is in store for this morning. And we're coming off of the back of renewed vigor when it comes to earnings season, as well as strong IMF commentary, at least when it comes to India. Nifty looks like it's set for a green tick on opening. Shell, good morning. Let me come to you on what the setup is looking like.
Well, very good morning to you, Aabha, and a warm welcome to all our viewers. Yes, a mild gap up, 36 points on the Nifty. We are hopeful of resuming the upward trajectory that we saw, and therefore 25,250, 25,300 should be on the cards this week. More importantly, we see the most recent base, which is 25,000, 25, 26, 37, all being tested. So a bounce back from these levels, very strong traction in PSU banks as also wider PSUs. So that is something that needs to be tracked, as also Aabha, gold and silver. In fact, gold is something which should follow the trajectory of silver because of the short squeeze in the physical market, and all that we learnt from Shakespeare in our school, all that glitters is gold. Often have you heard that told.
Yes, and bringing the poet out in you, Shell. So let's go across to Sharad as well. Sharad, trade set up this morning. Let me get your view in on it. We've got a lot of action on IT names on the back of earnings. Tech Mahindra numbers coming in. What are you making of those? Persistent also seeing an increase in profit. How are you viewing some of the IT numbers that have come in so far?
Yeah, I think most of the numbers are typically showing one common theme. The deal win size continues to grow. The new larger deal wins are continuing to grow. Though this quarter we do not have too much optimism in the numbers, they are more or less, stable at the top line and bottom line level. Particularly Tech Mahindra's numbers, I think the one thing that we are waiting for is the BFSI ramp up. So some of the business details do show some ramp up there. So most probably as that trajectory continues, I think we'll have more details about it. So I think, yeah, mostly the numbers look okayish kind of, but I think next quarter onwards we will have much better numbers from the IT pack. The business around the US most probably has not shown much improvement in this quarter also. Next quarter onwards that should start to show up. And valuation wise, I think these are comfortable levels to look at IT stocks.
So within the pack, any particular favorites, Sharad? Because we had very different numbers and strategy from TCS versus HCL. HCL on its AI play, TCS on the data center play. Today we've got Tech Mahindra also out with earnings. Where would you be looking within the basket?
Within the front lines, I think I'm more confident with Infosys. These
Okay.
valuations, I'm very happy with. I would be very happy buying into it. I think over the next 6 to 7 months, as the mood improves, the forward numbers will substantially improve. And in the smaller names, I think in the high growth smaller names, I think Scient is something where we are expecting not Scient DLN, Scient Limited. I think most of the reorganization will play out over the next 6 to 9 months. So that could be one spot, where you could have a lot of improvement in the days to come.
All right, that's the view on IT. Sharad, as Shail also pointed out, we have been seeing some amount of traction building up in PSUs and particularly PSU banks. Do you feel this is driven by some kind of reform buzz? Is it again a valuation play? Anything that you're spotting there?
Yeah, I think partly reform also, and partly I think the buzz started with the SBI chairman being very clear about the kind of growth and type of positioning we want to put it for a behemoth like SBI to put out targets that we want to establish a stronger brand bank growth over the next 5 6 years, be among the top 10, top 5. So I think this sets the very positive tone. And largely, I think the MSME microfinance issue that we were facing over the last few quarters, I think that is getting relaxed. The NBFC relaxation should start to show up in the numbers as well. And valuations across PSU banks are very attractive. I think barring SBI, if you look at the top three, they would be trading at 1.1 times price to book. And the way we are expecting advances growth, etc., and the NPS to play out, there is high probability they could be trading at 1.4, 1.5. So that alone, even without not much improvement, I think there is a possibility that you might be looking at 20-30% upside across it.
All right, counting down to opening now, let me also take you through some of the other stocks in news. Satvik Green, that one's got about a 600 crore rupee order coming in. Godrej Properties acquiring a 26-acre land in Bengaluru with about 1,000 crore rupee revenue potential. So that's Godrej Properties in the news as well. Lemon Tree signed a pact for a new hotel in Gujarat. Remember, tourism, hospitality continue to be an area of growth. CCI approving acquisition of JP Associate by Vedanta. So that's something that's been in the offing, that approval coming in from CCI as well, the Competition Commission of India. Watch out for JP today on opening. We're just counting down now to the opening bell. We've got Electronics. All right, also some breaking news coming in for you. A massive jump in the rupee value, strengthening against the dollar. Rupee now up 79 paise at opening, strengthening to 88.01 versus 88.8 on Tuesday. That's a massive jump coming in on the currency this morning, strengthening there against the dollar. Clearly several factors at play over there, and we'll of course get you some deeper analysis on that as well. But a quick look at the opening ticks, and we're seeing a massive jump on the rupee this morning. Shail, this is big news on the currency, clearly seeing an impact of some of those global factors.
Let's hope for the best. But broadly, I think a weaker rupee is good for us. But the markets are right there in front of you, 40 points higher. Anything that you would like to mark?
Let's take a look at the gainers and losers. Have we opened in the green this morning, up about 0.2% as expected on the Nifty 25-200. That's where we're at. We've also got the Nifty Bank steady, up about 0.2% right now. We also got Tata Motors, Adani Enterprises, Bajaj Finance, some of the gainers today. Tata Motors looking good, up close to about 2% right now. Hindalco, Wipro, Bharti Airtel also seeing some steady gains coming in there. Auto, of course, continues to be a pocket of focus. On the losers end, we've got IT. So Infi, we're still awaiting earnings on that one. Dr. Reddy's from the Pharma Pack, Cipla. Then we have Titan, for instance, Tata Steel, some amount of profit booking on some of the metal majors, perhaps. And SBI Life also on the downside, Axis Bank, and a smattering of the financials, but the cuts are very limited. Extremely flat market on opening. Shell?
Yes, Aabha. But look at the way how Bank Nifty is moving today, 163 points higher. Major banks doing well, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank in the green. Remember, these are two of the highest weighted stocks, both in the Nifty and the Bank Nifty. And it's a sea of green across the board as far as the Lal Street is concerned. 1444 shares in the green, 716 the red. 19 indices are being traded. Out of 19, 18 are in the green. And of course, as I had pointed out, the rally is led by PSU banks, 0.6% higher on the Nifty. And I'd also like to point out generic pharma companies will do very well in trade today. As far as advanced decline ratio is concerned, that's very positive. And the record high is on MCX. No prices progressing. It's silver and gold and copper that trading is getting reflected. In fact, all silver ETFs back in the top gainers list, Aabha.